Blood moon alert, Capricorn. The blood moon will take place on the 27th of September. That's Eastern Daylight Time. It's the 28th for Greenwich Mean Time, and we're giving you both of those because it's an extremely important day. It's a blood moon, it's a full moon, and it's in the sign of Aries, the Ram. That's the fourth blood moon in the tetrad. And it's a very important day because there's a lot of cultures, a lot of religions, and spiritual systems that have their holy days on that day. A lot of people feel it's a very important time, and that, that's going to be a culmination of a lot of other things that have gone on. It's an important month in general, and there's some people who have asked us a lot of questions about CERN and what we think is going on with CERN. So we're going to put just what we've looked up about that and put it into the money portion of this transmission from your angelic, from your angels this month. So we'll look at that in a moment. But also this month, on the 13th, there's a new moon occurring in the sign of Virgo, and that's a partial solar eclipse. The blood moon is a total lunar eclipse, but the new moon is a partial solar eclipse. Again, it's on the 13th. It's in Virgo, sign of Virgo the Virgin. Okay? On the 23rd, the equinox is the autumn equinox, and that is when the sun is going to ingress from Virgo into Libra early in the morning. So a lot going on this month. Again, September's a big month. A lot of energy. And with the blood moon in Aries, that's intense. So we're going to see how this kind of plays out. Saturn is going to ingress into Sagittarius on the 17th. And luckily right now, Saturn is direct, but it is going to move from Scorpio into Sagittarius on the 17th. Also on the 25th, we have Mars square Saturn. And Mars will be in Virgo and square Saturn in Sagittarius on the 25th. That's a little Rosicrucian planetary formula, and we're going to put that at the end in our Afterglow, where we go over the astrological facets at the end, and we give you the highlights for this month that we think are important for you specifically. And we're going to give you this little planetary formula, make it more fun for us and more fun for you. So we'll look at that and how that will play out. Now let's see how your ruling planet of Saturn affects you this month, Capricorn. I'm Pastor Rosemary, an astrology angel. Thank you for joining us. This is an angelic horoscope transmission from the mighty archangel Uriel, who resides over all the earth signs, and your specific Capricorn angel Hanael, who resides over your cardinal earth nature. And these are his messages for you in love, money, and health. First, the love transmission part of this angelic horoscope. Love comes from where you least expect it this month. And you're going to probably have a chance to reconnect or rediscover loves that you thought were lost. It could be friendships or family members or romantic situations that you thought were lost to fate. Something like that. Also, when you do reconnect with people, you'll be able, because of Saturn's direct ingress into Sagittarius on the 17th, you'll be able to get into a more symbiotic type of relationship in your love life, and you'll have less of a tendency this month to get into who is conquering whom. Because other people may feel like they want to conquer you, or you may feel like you need to conquer them, or, you might not really feel like you want to conquer them, but like you need to control them for safety's sake. And that will be less the case in September. And you'll be able, again, to have a more symbiotic relationship where you're both able to just cooperate rather than compete. So September is about learning how to cooperate rather than having everything based on the contest. So rather than the archetype of the warrior or the soldier being the archetype constantly, that defines everything. In September, we'll begin to bring in some other archetypes. And people, sometimes they just flip right into martyr, but that's not necessary. Now people can get more into flipping into other archetypes, like magician instead of orphan, or innocent instead of wanderer. You know, archetypes that might feel a little more positive and easier to deal with are going to be able to be utilized more in September. Okay, now getting into the money part of the transmission from Hanael and Uriel. It's time for you, not everybody, but for you to take a chance with, and try to parlay some of the savings that you've saved up and parlay that into maybe a good business investment. You don't have to take stupid risks, and you won't. And we're not telling you to take risks that aren't intelligent, but we're telling you to take calculated risks, smart risks. The size of the risk doesn't matter. It's whether or not you're taking a calculated risk or not that matters. But this is a good time to do that. September is a good time to begin to go ahead and have a little fun with the money you've saved up. Because you can have fun and make money. Making money can be a fun thing. It doesn't have to be miserable. You can enjoy your work. You can whistle while you work. It doesn't have to be miserable. We all should enjoy our work. That's what we were put here to do. If you enjoy your work and you got your health, you got it all. Okay, so again, you want to try to be more cooperative with those people you do get along with in business, because the people that are into the competition and the sort of competitive aspect this month, when it comes to business, and probably in love too, but when it comes to business, people are going to be vicious. Count on it. They're going to be vicious when it comes to competitive business practices. So just understand that. You don't have to get into it with these people. But you do need to, understand this. People are going to come at you because of a lot of things that are going on with Mars, and especially the blood moon. They're going to say, we want you to do this. You have to do this. You're going to do this. You need to do this. You're going to do this. And fighting with them is not really an issue. Just say, if you want to do that so badly, you want somebody to do that so bad, you do it. I got better things to do. That kind of thing. Because people are going to try to force you to do things you don't want to do. Especially in business. So just, you do it. You want to do it so bad. You know? You don't have to get all upset or defensive. Just brush it off. It doesn't matter. But just understand that. Okay, now I'm going to touch on CERN here because people are asking about it a lot. And it has a lot to do with the blood moon. So basically CERN is going to breach dimensions more and more. It's been turned on in 2015. I think they have to let it rest every now and then. But anyway, it's been said to be, from what I can ascertain from the papers I've read, it's been said to be a portal to Saturn. It's been said that in 2012, it was one of the things that they utilized to help discover the Higgs boson particle, which the God particle. It has a longer name. It isn't so nice, but whatever. And then we have the people saying that the Vatican, this is hearsay, I'm not sure this is true, but they said that Pope Francis of the Vatican are calling the strangelets that are the byproduct of particle collisions the spirit particle. But this all has to do with the Merkaba. And the Merkaba was utilized a long time ago in World War II, and some of the experiments they did with cloaking and where time was breached and all of that. I think it's called the Philadelphia experiment, I think. But anyway, if memory serves. But anyway, this all has to do with the Merkaba. Mer meaning rotating fields of light, Ka meaning spirit, and Ba meaning soul. So we teach classes in Merkaba and advanced Merkaba. So if you're interested in that, let us know. But CERN is going to open these things up. And those of you who have worked on your Merkaba fields are going to feel this. Because antimatter is being brought into the world of matter. And that can be used for good or evil. And it's the strongest thing humans have done to date. And these strange-lit particles, some papers are saying that they are heavy and they collect in the center of the earth. Another byproduct of human, another pollution of of what humans do. But, all species make byproducts. And then they can be utilized by another species to flourish, whatever. The point is, though, a lot of paranormal activity is going to be coming through. Your ability to remote hear, remote view, and all kinds of other abilities are going to be increased. And those of you who have done a lot of work on your Merkaba, or have done a lot of Kabbalistic work, or path working, or Tattva work, those of you who have done that, your powers are going to increase, and they're going to increase quite a lot. People who didn't get into that, other things will, they might see ghosts or something, or whatever, they think's going on. But people who you think are no longer with us, the veil is starting to be lifted, the veil from the face of Moses, the veil is rended, and that's the belief that death is not just a transformation into another space-time continuum or to another universe, but that, because those who have gone on they're just as alive, if not more alive, as you. They're just in a different space-time continuum. So we'll be able to see that more and more and more. And that's the veil. Because this 3D world is the veil that makes us think that we are annihilated and sent into oblivion. And annihilation and oblivion do exist, or we wouldn't have words for it or the concept. But that doesn't mean that you don't wake up from it and come out the other side, just like you do every day. All right. With that said, understand that our ability to now create, we've already learned about destruction. Antimatter, non-existence, matter is existence. That makes people feel like God who are utilizing those techniques. Now, we've already split the atom and they're splitting subatomic particles. Now they're going to be able to create. So they can someday maybe print out internal organs for you if you need new ones instead of chopping them out of one person and sticking them in another. And we'll think that we were barbaric. Which brings us nicely and neatly into the health part of this transmission. Okay, so for you, Capricorn, Hanael, and Uriel's health transmission, many will attempt emotional blackmail this month, and that could make you feel very upset, and that could be bad for your health. And a lot of people say that CERN is a portal to Saturn, and that's the Sephir of Binah. And that's the revelation, the concealment, that's the veil. Between this world and the other worlds, between this world and the abyss. The abyss is the throat chakra. So what you want to understand is people may try to utilize emotional blackmail and try to make you feel guilty. Don't fall for it. They're going to try to get you to not be able to speak. They're going to want you to put yourself down. Why should you put yourself down? They want people to be self-deprecating. Why should you put yourself down? Why? There's plenty of people out there going to put you down. You don't have to put yourself down. They want you to hurt yourself more and more and more. So they're going to use emotional blackmail to do it. You're a sucker for that. Don't fall for it. Okay? Focus on healing of your first and second chakra. And you may feel, if you don't, try to get out and make sure that you're getting your proper exercise, because Capricorn's a strong sign. So is Aquarius. Anybody ruled by Saturn is strong. They're strong, but you might have a little sciatica from worrying about your wallet, or trying to be too perfect. And so get up and walk around more and run and, get back into your health routine. You're good at your health routine, just get back into it. Now, to get into the afterglow, the planetary aspects and facets, and we'll go over that planetary formula. Saturn, again, to ingress into Sagittarius on the 17th. It's direct this month. On the 23rd, we have that equinox, plus the Sun is sextile Saturn. So on the 25th, we have Mars in Virgo square Saturn in Sagittarius. The answer to this formula is this. This, again, the 25th, Mars in Virgo square Saturn in Sagittarius. The answer is competitors prepare to fight, setting up laws to govern what you are able to discern, and then meet their match in your perfectionism that leans Geburik. What does that mean? This just means that the ordinary people rise up against being restricted in what they can be told by the news agencies. They become more severe and perfectionist. You know, the people, the common people, are going to become so efficient and so strong. Geburik means strong, warrior-like, soldier-like. Become so strong that they can rise up and just with their efficiency be able to find ways to get the truth, even though there's a clampdown on news. And simply by, you know, checking other sources and checking the sources of different countries, that's all. And just with their skill. So it doesn't mean there has to be some kind of a fight, but just the strong elitist powers will find that the common people have indeed passed the great American experiment of that the people can indeed govern themselves. And that's what they really want anyway. Like any proud parent, the government won't be upset. They'll be proud of you. Proud of the common people. Okay, all right, Capricorn. Thank you for joining us. This is your Angelic Horoscope transmission from your Capricorn angel, Hanael, and the mighty earth angel, Archangel Uriel, who resides over all the earth signs. Thank you for joining us. I'm Past Rosalind Astrology Angel, and join us again next month.